Hi, Janina. It's me again. It's been quite some time since my last update, about 2.5 weeks or so. Yeah, so a lot has changed in that time. It's as of now, it's January 26th, so about to wrap up my first month here. Yeah, and a lot has been going on. Um, Well, first, I did get to do karaoke. I found an Asian style karaoke place in Soho called Lucky Voice. Um, and so me and two other girls went the night before the first day of classes, and it was a lot of fun, hence the video to post back. Which I'm really sorry about, but it needed to be done. Um, which is great. That was really fun. Also, I went to the Natural History Museum with one of my flatmates named Crystal. Pictures of that will be coming up soon, and it's really great. Um, it's been a while since I went to the one in New York City. I was trying to compare the two in my mind, but like first of all, the British one has way more dinosaurs. Like I don't even understand like how they got their hands on that many like complete sets of dinosaurs. Um, and that half I only saw like the main build or the a few parts of the main building, like the dinosaur exhibit, and then like the scale. They had like um, I guess stuff like I guess taxidermied um, of the giant mammals, uh, and they had them like built to scale. Except for like I think a couple of them were models because like they had a giant blue whale that hung from the ceiling, and like I always you know they're big, but like when you see it like to scale like it's massive. Like this is and I'm like this is crazy, and that's the size of like an average one. It's not like the world's biggest blue whale. Like this is just like a standard blue whale. Like it's mind blowing. Um, anyway, it's a wonderful museum. I can't wait to go back and finish seeing the main one, the main building. Um, the smaller building, which is like a lot more earth science stuff, which wasn't as interesting to me, but like it's beautiful. Like the entrance is like all these like Greco-Roman gods and like the planets and it's incredible. I'll post pictures of that soon too. No, but the dinosaurs, man, you are never too old for dinosaurs to be awesome. Like, if anyone says they are, they're lying. Like walking through there, I was rethinking film school. I'm like, I should go be a paleontologist because I wanted to do that when I was a kid. And seeing all those dinosaur bones again, like, definitely, maybe start to reconsider my career options. Um, yeah. So also shortly after that, for the last week and a half, there's been like this massive cold snap. So I really haven't been able to go out as much as I would like and like explore and go to museums and do things just because it was so cold and so unpleasant and like the tube is just insanely packed every single day because no one wants to be out in that cold. No one wants to walk over the bridges to the North Bank. I live on the South Bank. And North Bank is where like everything is, like all the businesses and the main campus of King's and like the big library. Everything that you really like need in London is on the North Bank, with the exception of like the Globe and a couple of markets are down here. Yeah, so it was cold tonight. We've been getting snow, which I don't really like. Oh, but my flatmates, a lot of them are, well, all of them are international grad students, and like all but one of them, I think, hadn't really seen snow before coming to England. Like one of them's is Swedish, so like she doesn't enjoy snow. Um, but one of them is from Lebanon. The other one's from India. Um, two are Chinese, so like they hadn't really seen snow before, and so it was really exciting for them to like see it, and they were always like trying to go out and play in it. We made like this little tiny like sad looking snowman on our balcony. Yeah. So yeah. Also, I made one of our one of our flatmates had a birthday, and so some of us made cupcakes for her, or fairy cakes. I love that they're called fairy cakes here. They're called that because they're small, and I guess fairies like are chronically dieting, or fairies I guess are supposed to be really small, and so they can't eat a whole cake, so they have cupcakes. So I always think that's a really cool fact. But anyway, we made some for her, and they had like never made cupcakes before. Like I guess when you buy them, I made it with my Lebanese roommate, my Indian roommate or flatmate, and like they're used to just seeing them pre-done in shops and stuff like that. They never made them before, and that was fun. That was an adventure. Us making them, especially when like I made the frosting wrong. I put too much water, and so it was like just dripping everywhere, all over the cakes. And we didn't have an electric mixer, so the cakes were like really dense and like really small. But yeah, everyone enjoyed them, so it worked out. Um, yeah. Oh, and the cold snap. Like I basically have just been in my room watching a lot of Dexter. Season 6 now. It's getting crazy. But yeah, I need to. Now that it's getting. Today was the first semi-warm day in a while. It's like 46 degrees Fahrenheit, and I was just like, and it was sunny, and it was just so wonderful. I couldn't. I was. I just woke up this morning like so grateful to see the sun, and not see any snow. For it to be like decently temperatured, and it's only getting warmer, and I'm so glad those winds from Russia are gone. So, oh, so happy. Now I'm not going to just be sitting in my room, like, watching things on my computer anymore. I'm going to actually get out and start doing things. Also, second week of classes. I'm technically 20% of the way done with my term. It's only a 10-week term. We have a week off for reading week, and then a month off to write papers, and then that last month is just exams, and I only have one exam. So, um, yeah. That they're going really well. I'm in Chaucer's Canterbury Tales, Jacobean Shakespeare, creative writing drama, creative writing poetry. I like all of them. My Chaucer class is my first class. Morning. They don't have 8 a.m.s here, which I think is really nice. Um, yeah, so I get there at 9 in the morning, sit down. My professor starts speaking in an American accent, and not only is he American, but he's from Durham, North Carolina. I was like, I came all this way from the Triangle to get taught by an American, North Carolina, a professor from Durham, and I was just like, but he's really cool. He's a really great professor, and he's really excited about the Canterbury Tales, and he really knows his stuff, and that's really great. My playwriting class is really interesting as well, and Shakespeare. It's a lot of the plays I haven't gotten to read so much, like Cymbeline, Two Noble Kinsmen, Henry VIII, um, Winter's Tale, Timon of Athens, that sort of thing. Like the first 2 weeks was like Othello and King Lear, which I've read, and so I'm not really going to reread. Nobody got time for that. I'm gonna start putting more of my effort like towards because that's the one massive paper that I really have to do. Everything else is like shorter, or an exam or like creative writing, which comes a lot easier to me than intense, lengthy research papers. So yeah, I've so I'm starting to. I think I want to write my paper on Timon of Athens and The Tempest. So I need to start reading those or rereading The Tempest. So yeah, so those are classes. It's a lot of outside work. Like we don't really do anything. You just show up to class and you take notes on lecture, and you're after that hour or 2 hours, you're basically done. With that class for the week. It's supposed to be a lot more outside reading based, but yeah, it's not particularly demand. And all your grades come down to that one final thing that you do. So it kind of puts a lot of pressure on that, and it makes it more worth your time to not, you know, necessarily read every single thing you do in the course, but put more energy into your final product, like from day one, from week one. So, um, which I kind of like in comparison to the American system, because it's not, you're not wasting your time so much with things that you know you don't want to read, or like that aren't going to help you. You don't, you know, you're not stuck with busy work like having to do, you know, so many blog posts on Sakai, you know, every week. Um, but it would be nice not to have everything, you know, come down to one thing. But yeah, I mean, it's a different system. I personally think it's a lot easier. Um, but ask me in about 2 or 3 months' time if I still think it's easier. Um, Also, have been met a lot of international students, mostly American or Hong Kong, from Hong Kong. Um, so that's really fun. Going to a lot of international student mixers put on by the Erasmus Society, which is the International Student Study Abroad Society. Um, Met some great people through that. Haven't really met. I've met. I know 3 British people now. A month in, and one of them I knew before I came over here. I met one girl in my class, and we became friends because I literally asked her. Like we were talking, we were paired up in recitation, and then afterwards she's like, "What are you gonna do?" And I'm like, "Nothing. Can I just follow you around?" And so we just hung out that whole day, and so we're friends now. Um, and the other girl is my Erasmus buddy. She's, you know, it's kind of like the ease um, student counselors that we have back at UNC. Like they just help you, you know, adjust, and like they're kind of help you meet more British students and stuff like that, and help, you know, guide you through the process of living in the new city. And she's really sweet. She's really cool. Yeah. Oh, I had fish and chips, and it was really good. Um, Really delicious. I actually really like British food. Um, so yeah, a lot of people don't, but I think it's pretty good. I haven't tried haggis, which is like sheep stomach or something. Like British people are supposed to like it, but I'm like, it may be like durians. It may be one of those things that you really have to grow up eating, or you know, have to be used to appreciate. Otherwise, you're just never going to like it. Um, yeah. What else? Oh, societies are starting soon. I went to the film society screening on Thursday night. It was Blackula. And literally, the entire premise of it's one of the '70s black exploitation films, and literally the entire premise of this film is this African prince and his wife go to Transylvania to talk to Dracula about stopping the slave trade in Transylvania, and basically he pisses off Dracula, and Dracula goes. He says it so seriously, and I'm like, bless the heart of this actor who read this script and was able to deliver these lines with a straight face. He goes, "I curse you with my name. From henceforth you shall be known as Blackula." And it's the whole movie about him. He finds like this woman who looks exactly like his dead wife, and it's so strange. And he's a vampire, and he's like trying to convince her that she's, you know, his wife and his soulmate and stuff. And he tries to turn her into a vamp. It's basically it's better than Twilight because it just is. Like, it's utterly ridiculous, terrible. It's a pretty terrible movie. Um, Only slightly better than Pootie Tang. Um, but it's still a more convincing love story than Twilight. It really, I'm not even kidding. Um, it's a great movie, and I recommend you seeing it. You're seeing it. And also, next week starts the Whovian Society, which I'm very excited about. Getting to meet British Whovians, and Doctor Who's gonna come back on the air in March while I'm here. So, yeah. So be jealous. And yep, that about sums up my last 2 weeks. This is actually a rather long video, but I was too lazy to type everything out. So yeah. So let me hear from you. You haven't blogged much in the last few weeks, so I expect something in the very near future. At the very least, a Freaky Food Friday. Um, so yes. So bye, Janina. Don't forget me.